Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Captain, and this is my haul video for Pax Unplugged 2021. So I'm going to be going through all the stuff that I got at the convention, as well as some honorable mentions, because I had some stuff that showed up literally like the day before I left, and in one case while I was gone at the convention. So just because it showed up right there, I'm going to kind of throw those couple of things that showed up at that time as honorable mentions for Pax Unplugged. But I actually did come home with quite a bit. My bags were stuffed full of stuff. I met a lot of awesome people. But this is not about all the cool events I did and all the fun I had filming and all of that. It's just about the stuff I got. So if you want to check out a video about all of the fun stuff that actually happened at the convention, that's going to be coming out tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my PAX Unplugged wrap-up, where I'm going to talk about like my highs and lows of the convention, my favorite things, the most improved things of PAX Unplugged for 2021, so check that out tomorrow. Now, I've got a ton of links in the description down below. You can check out your ledger. There's a link to BoardGameCaptain.com, which is a great hub for all things Board Game Captain. There's a link to my Teespring store where you can get yourself some cool Board Game Captain merchandise. And there's a link to my Patreon if you're in a position to and like to support the channel. All in the description down below. But now, all that done, let's get into it. Let's talk about all the loot that I just got. So I'm going to start with the honorable mentions. So I've got 4 honorable mentions. 2 of these showed up in a box right before the con, and the other 2 while I was gone. So the ones that showed up right before I went were from Renegade Games. I got a box from Renegade Games, who was not actually at the con. I had made contact with them at Gen Con this year, and they said they were going to send me some stuff, and it just arrived. So I got Gravwell and Raiders of Scythia. This is like a big worker placement game, and this one has this cool circular board. I'm not really sure what the mechanics are. I haven't gotten to play either yet. I'm actually planning to try out Raiders of Scythia today, the same day I'm filming this. So hopefully I'll get to play some of this both of these very shortly. They both look really cool. There were ones that were out at Gen Con and I thought looked really awesome. And that's why I was very happy to get review copies of both of these. In addition, from XV Games and Studio Supernova in Italy, which now XV Games is now a division of Studio Supernova, I also got a package that arrived right when I was gone, and that contained a Dance of Spiders, which is another one of XP Games' abstract games and bags line, and Dreamember. And with Dream, I'm going to be reviewing all of these. Of course, these are all review copies, but it's something I'm definitely going to have to disclose with the Dreamember. Is I wrote the introductory story that's in the rulebook for Dreamember. A Tale by Josh Kaplan is in there, which is really cool. They had actually asked me if I could proofread the translation they had done for English, and when I was proofreading it, their story was like 2 sentences, and I was like, hey, can I take a crack at rewriting the story? And they said it was cool, so I rewrote it, and they really liked it, so they used it, and I am very happy about that. So these, again, will be on my to review list. All right, so now let's get into the stuff I actually got at the convention. So the first thing, first review copy I've got here is Grinto. Now, Grinto is a kind of abstract tile-laying stacking game with variable win conditions between rounds. I played this before I even left the convention. I was playing it with my friend Mike, who I went to the con with. We really enjoyed it. I've already been playing it again with Lynn since I got back, and I played it 4 players last night with Alex, Sabrina, Lynn, and I. This is going to be one of the early reviews, surely, from this bunch of games, because I've already played it enough to review it. Spoiler alert, I'm liking it a lot. So yeah, it's going to be getting a pretty positive rating. But yeah, that is Grinto. This was from Grand Gamers Guild. They gave me 2 review copies, so there is going to be another one showing up in this bunch of games. So next thing I'm going to talk about is another one that I've already opened and played, and this was a review copy given to me by Pandasaurus Games, and this is That Time You Killed Me. So Alex and I were playing this yesterday, and we played it about 3 times so far. But this is one that I think it's going to need an above average number of plays to review it, because I don't think I'm ready to review it because it has 4 different modules in here. Each one is a variation on the basic mechanics, and the basic mechanics of this is a bizarre multi-board abstract strategy game where you where you're doing time travel. It's actually like a thematic abstract strategy game. And yeah, again, this is a really good one. I've already played it 3 times and I'm loving it. Alex and I can't wait to play this some more and to review it. So this is also probably going to be a fairly early review amongst this group of games that I just got. So the next one after that I'm going to talk about is Oli or Holi. I'm not quite sure the pronunciation. I think it's Oli. I think the H is silent. Which is based on the Festival of Colors in India. It's a big cultural festival. I had an appointment with Floodgate Games, and when I was talking to them, they asked me what I was interested in, and the big one I said was this game, Oli, which is a big multi-level kind of abstract game. And I love the look of it. I think it has an amazing table presence. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The box is absolutely gorgeous. Talk about colorful. I love these colors. And I was like, I would love to review that. So they handed me a copy. And there we go. And this is going to be in my to-be reviewed pile. Hopefully I get it played sooner rather than later. Because this is another one that, from the convention, after having a look at it, I'm quite excited to try it out. So the next one is a review copy I got from Together Studios. This was one I specifically picked up for Lynn because I knew she was going to like to review this. It is a storytelling adventure game. You're like a band of fantasy adventurers, and there's storytelling in every turn, which is Lynn's requirement for a good storytelling game. So it looked really cool. It has like a series of decks. So each storytelling element, you get 3 elements from 3 different cards you draw up from the 3 different decks, so that they're always different. They're always a little bit different every time you play, which is really, really interesting and cool. This looked really cool. I told them I'd be interested in reviewing it if they were looking for people to review it, and they handed me a copy. So this is, again, the Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance is the name of the game. The Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance. I think I'm going to enjoy this too, but I think Lynn is going to like this one better than me because this is like right up her alley. She loves these sort of storytelling games, which is why I grabbed it, because, I like to grab games that I can enjoy with different people I game with. The next one is that I've got on my pile here is the second one I got from Grand Gamers Guild. And it is from Grand Gamers Guild and Sunrise Game Studios, and it is Mytholox. This is another one I think Lynn and I are going to get into together, because this is, it's kind of got this like hex map, and you're moving around as gods and defeating challenges and winning fights to level up, and it a lot of it reminds me of the old game of Runebound, which Lynn and I were huge fans of back in the day and played the crap out of. Like really played that game a ton. Runebound 2nd edition in particular was the one that we played absolutely ton. So I told her about this and she's excited to try it out too. So this is another one that I think will definitely be a Lynn and me game to review for sure. Okay, so the next, I've got a bunch of smaller games here. So Varya, I went to the booth there where the company is Guildhouse Games. I went to Guildhouse Games booth. They released Varya. It's a 2-player versus fighting card game. And I filmed a video, kind of a demo of how to play it at the con. That's already up on the channel, so you can check that out. But they also gave me a review copy. And this is going to be a me and Alex game for sure, because Alex loves these kind of heads-up versus card games, and I do as well. So this is definitely going to be me and Alex reviewing this one. Next, I've got some stuff here. Let's see. This is Hero Realms. Of course, this has been out for quite some time, and a handful of expansions for Hero Realms as well. This was given to me by White Wizard Games. I had an appointment to talk to their PR manager, and she was lovely, very nice person. She gave me a bunch of review copies. We just kind of had a chat. She's like, what kind of games do you like? Would you like to review this? And I was like, yeah, sure. And she handed me a bunch of stuff, and one of them was Hero Realms. Even though this has been out for quite some time, she was like, we're always happy to get other reviewers' perspectives on our games. So if you'd like to review it with, today's eye, go right ahead. And I was like, yes, that's awesome. Even though it's a few years old. And they also gave me Epic card game Duels, which is another 2-player dueling card game, and they gave me an expansion to it. This is really cool. Again, very excited to check this stuff out. I love the art they do, and actually, I have played some stuff from White Wizard Games before and liked it. It's just I've never gotten review copies for them before, so I am excited to check out these particular games because I have not played these. I did play Star Realms, which is very similar to Hero Realms, and I already know I like that, so I'm probably going to like Hero Realms. All right, so moving on, I've got a bunch of stuff from R. Talsorian. So I went over and had a big long chat with Mike, the owner of R. Talsorian, and their PR manager Jay, and they gave me a ton of review copies of stuff. So first off, they gave me a whole bunch of stuff for Cyberpunk Red, which is the newest edition of the classic '80s cyberpunk role playing game Cyberpunk. So they gave me the main book, which is hardcover and absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to get into this. They also gave me this here, the Cyberpunk Red data pack, which says more of what you need to make the dark future come alive. So this is just like a ton of extra material and content. They gave me the data screen, which I'm pretty sure this is a Game Master screen, which is really cool. And they gave me Interface Red, a collection for Cyberpunk Red enthusiasts, Volume 1. So this has like a ton of material, and it's got like Old Guns Never Die, a step-by-step conversion guide for bringing weapons from Cyberpunk 2020 into Cyberpunk Red, Red Chrome Cargo, one of our most popular Scream Sheet adventures. So there's an adventure in here. The single shot pack, 10 pre-generated PCs, more and more and more. There's just a ton of extra material for Cyberpunk, and all this stuff is like full color, really nice. This one's a soft cover, whereas like the main book, of course, is a big hard cover, but again, really nice artwork, really cool looking stuff. And then they gave me the Netrunner deck. Again, yeah, ton of stuff for Cyberpunk. I can't wait to check this out. And I requested, just because I thought it was fun and I want to review it. If you watch my channel a lot, you know that periodically I like to do retro game reviews, older stuff, going even back thousands of years sometimes. But sometimes, maybe just going back a couple decades. And in this case, I asked to review Teenagers from Outer Space, which is an old school RPG with a kind of comedy anime feel to it that R. Talsorian put out quite some time ago. This one is old school, soft cover, black and white. And again, this is an old school game. This is a game that was designed, I think, back in like the 80s. This goes way back. It's kind of got like a manga in here to introduce the concept. Yeah, I am actually quite excited to review this because I like doing retro games and talking about whether or not they hold up for today. So stay tuned for that. Now the next one, and I think this is the final of my haul for PAX Unplugged 2021, is the last thing that White Wizard Games gave me, and it is Sorcerer. So this is like a big battle game. Now this technically can be played 2 to 4 players, but this is one of those ones where I know I'm going to really like it, specifically at 2, and that's probably where I'm going to play it out before reviewing it. It's just 2. Because like a lot of these big battle games, I usually don't like them as much when they're not heads up anymore. We'll see though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll play it at 2 and be like, I have to try this at 3 or 4. We'll find out. But this is a big like fantasy battle game, and I love stuff like that. So I am super excited to try this one out. This is probably up there as one of the ones I'm most excited about, along with the ones that I've already opened and tried. And you know what? Actually, I'm really excited for most of these. Now that I've said that, this is a great group of games. Like I have a high level of excitement for just about everything here. So it's going to be hard to choose what order I'm going to play these in, since I got them all really roughly the same time. But yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a ton of content coming on all this stuff on the channel very soon. As I get to play these and review them, I'm going to be talking about them. And then if I get some more time in the future, some of my favorites might get some full playthrough videos. Let me know what you're excited about. Which ones of these are you excited to see me review or do playthroughs of, or let me know if there's any other types of videos you'd like to see me do on some of these. I am always open to trying new things if you guys want to watch them. So yeah, let me know. Comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see me do more like it, be sure to give this video a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And stay tuned, because tomorrow I am putting out my wrap-up of everything from PAX Unplugged 2021, my thoughts on the entire convention. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, game on.